Scientists are known for making dramatic predictions about the future, and sinister robots are once again in the spotlight. Now that artificial intelligence AI has become a marketing tool for all sorts of different brands. Artificial intelligence AI can be denotation as the ability of a computer or a robot controlled by a computer to do tasks that are usually done by humans because they require human intelligence and discernment. Then, we have been told that flying cars will be introduced by the end of the 20th century and that all energy problems will be solved by fusion energy. But decades on, we do not seem much closer to either of those predictions coming true. Even for now, we heard technicians will invent robots to replace humans in the workplace. Even this will come true, I totally disagree. Even there's no doubt that robots can help people and make everything easier and smoother. I am Muhammad Huzaifah bin Yaacob, and I want to inform my audience if robots replace humans, this will result in a massive loss of jobs and customer services cannot be done perfectly. Now, I want to show why I said robots cannot completely replace humans. Due to COVID-19 past 2 years, almost 114 million people lost their jobs resulted by strict lockdown according to the Davos Agenda on 4th February 2021. If robots invented to help people in the workplace, we all believe that the scope of jobs will be reduced and decreased from time to time. Naturally, due to this pandemic, employers will reduce the number of employees because they cannot afford to pay salaries to all employees. As a result, laid off employees will experience depression and maybe can lead to suicide attempt if they cannot control their emotions. According to the Straits Times of 12 July of 2021, police recorded 468 suicides in the first 5 months in 2021, 631 in 2020, and 609 in 2019 in Malaysia. On average, two suicide cases recorded every day. Besides, robots cannot show emotions and attitudes as a customer service worker. Jumping off about irrational thought, artificial intelligence AI always go for the most pragmatic solution without any consideration of how that might affect future customers' relationship. They are capable only of Boolean functionality that is great for tasks that do not depend on the complexities of human relationship, but for interacting with customers who are potentially emotionally volatile, people are a lot better than machines. Their movements and speaking towards customers are limited as they are already being programmed. They cannot answer all the questions by customers. For this reason, customer service at one workplace will be lowered or will be banned by them to count another day. So, I am sure that you can see why I say humans cannot be replaced by robots in workplace. Thus, we can solve these issues by employers should limit the number of employees to work instead of firing them. Owing to that, employers are required to adhere to guidelines on handling issues related to pandemic or COVID-19 transmission in the workplace, particularly those involving quarantine orders, sick leave, and retrenchment. They can limit employers per shift, per day, or per week by implementing rotation system. For this particular reason, employees still can have their words, but they need to follow up all the rules and guidelines as had been implemented by Ministry of Health at workplace. From the other perspective, people should stop replacing robots on handling customer service. Although it may seem that robots are easier machines and not use so much energy, but They cannot be like people in many ways. People have emotions, skill, and can answer directly all the inquiries. Personally, I don't think customers would prefer to deal with robots. This is employers' responsibility to provide workers that can handle for customers' service, or those who have experience working in human resources units is added an advantage to the company. To make it more clearly, stop replacing humans with robots benefit people who lost their job as it will provide the opportunities for them to work and also help to recover domestic economy. People can have their words and salaries back. Since then, they will contribute in domestic economy such as pay taxes. Thus, domestic economy will be recovered and slowly grow. This is owing to the opening of many industry sectors according to the new norms helps laid off employees to continue in life's survival and employers can restart their businesses back and generate more profits. The statistics shown is Malaysia's employment rate from March 2020 to July 2021. The employment rate is on the highest peak in May 2020 with 500% by virtue of the within period is in first movement control order MCO and we had a rigid lockdown at that time. Then slowly the unemployment rate decreased until 48% in July 2021. I can conclude that there are still those who are still unemployed until now. We should help them instead of using a robot. And our gross domestic product GDP increased from negative 6.4% in first 9 months in 2020 to positive 3% within the same period in 2020. Another perspective that we should involve more people to contribute domestic economy and not a robot. If robots continue replacing humans in the workplace, job opportunities will be limited and increasing in the number of jobless people and unemployment rate. As what I said, humans have no doubt if robots will be created to solve human problems, but their existence has an impact on humans and they are not as good as expected. On a final note, we can still use robots to help us in certain way, but not all the ways. In view of we still have unemployment or jobless people surrounding us, and if you still have a job to this day, be thankful that not everyone is as lucky as you are. Last but not least, stop using robots as a worker at workplace. Help those who desperately need a job, especially those who have lost their jobs and source of income to support their lives are more important than inventing more robots in this day. Thank you.